that my audio is actually working. Like, it's better that I do the rolling intro, because every now and then the whole like OBS thing, Jason, it just mutes for some reason. Like on all the different scenes, it just kind of like mutes things over. And the best thing is, like, on this scene here where I'm supposed to be like talking directly to the people who are waiting at youtube.com/WeTheNerdy, they're there. They're right now. Hi, Tammi. Hi, Badbit. Hi, Adam Leonard. Hi, Jason Lacey. All in the chat. Hi, guys. Everything just kind of reset. You can't hear Jason. He's over there. He's actually being very quiet right now. He's being a good Jason Lacey. I want to apologize first before we started for missing last week. That's my fault. But why don't we just roll right into it? I can click over to my screen over here. I got a whole list of people I can thank for making all this possible, because we are live at youtube.com/WeTheNerdy. Thanks to everybody at patreon.com/MakeUsBetter. You're making us better. I think this is better. Is this better, guys? Thank you so much to all of our amazing executive producers, like our platinum executive producers, Mr. Corey Hicks at twitch.tv/chicks_18. I got that one down pat. Mr. Mark Moody just changed it up to youtube.com/outoflives, but I feel like I've got that one locked down as well. Gold executive producers, Sheldon, Benedict, Tony Baker, Panache, Malloy, and our absolutely amazing executive producers, Stephen Iafrate. I think I said that right? Right, Jason? Yeah? Not? Yeah? Good? Iafrate? You good? All right, we're good. All right, thank you. JoeySplats, Caro, Underwood, Dante, Bellini Jr., Jared Gauthier, Dude427. I should say Dude427 with an Italian accent. Kevin Austin, Josh Borbone, Tammi Ryan, Robert Bobby Miller, Tim Aulph, Joel Brooks, Martini Jean, NastyBoots, David Ray, and Jesse Armstrong. You guys are amazing and amazing. Let's kick off with some music, and we'll get into the show.
Let's face it. As Nintendo fans, we are often left slightly disappointed and scratching our heads asking why. Where is our Super Mario Galaxy 3? Why isn't Metroid out yet? Bring back the Ice Climber, seriously, and what were you thinking of the Virtual Boy? Well, sit back as Sean Capri and
Jason Lacey
do just that. That's right, this is If We Ran Nintendo. Now, cue the music, maestro.
Dun, fading out into the thing. Anyone? Jason, do you want to? You can do the thing. Oh,
I'm here. I'm
sorry. We're here. We're live.
We're live. It's a rolling beginning to figure out.
I was trying to carry the music on through, and we had the thing going. Next time.
Have
we ever done this before?
Nintendo. We've never done this before. Welcome to episode 111 of If We Ran Nintendo. I love it because I'm sitting here dancing in the chat. It's like, oh, it's Jason. I'm like, wait, they can't see me unless I'm live, and we're here doing this podcast live at youtube.com/WeTheNerdy. I am Jason Lacey. He is Sean Capri.
Capricious.
Like we haven't done this. Gosh, we haven't done this in 2 weeks. Everything falls apart.
I know.
Everything falls apart.
It's all my fault.
Welcome to this podcast, all you listeners, all you lovely people in chat. It records every week. Does it live. We publish to iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher and Friendster and MySpace. Every Wednesday.
MySpace.com/IfWeRanNintendo. Let us know what you're listening to, everybody. Is that a thing? The top 10? My 10?
I've got some really cool custom layouts you kids can download.
You can go to geocities.com/IfWeRanNintendo. The original gift site. They got all those like banners and the lines that split everything. Remember Did you ever make a GeoCities site?
I never had a GeoCities. I was always a fan of Angel Fire.
Oh, yeah, that was better. Better name.
For my RPG-inspired fan fiction.
You are like a true nerd. You're a nerd's nerd. Like there are people who are like Lucas is like a man's man, but you're like a nerd's nerd. Like I don't even know what any of this stuff means. But like you're good at games.
My wife would probably agree with you.
You know all the things. You're a dad's dad, and you're a nerd's nerd. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Sean.
Sorry about last week. It was unavoidable.
Hey, don't worry. I took the brunt of the abuse. Everyone just assumes it's the new guy's fault.
No, it was definitely
Bring
me.
Jason on the show, and now it all falls apart.
It's birth month. I don't know if you know that, but July. I don't know what happened. Like February-ish. I guess Valentine's Day. Wait a minute. Did it just occur to me? Was like Valentine? Am I a Valentine's Day baby? Are we all Valentine's babies? Oh no. Oh. Well, anyway, too many birthdays, unavoidable. We were celebrating last week. We're going to continue celebrating this week for multiple different birthdays. So I'm sorry, guys, but you know what? You have so many other shows you can listen to. We can take a quick break. You know, Bobby's off doing his whole announcement. He's got all these trailers. He's got a direct coming up. So lots of distractions.
The announcement to the announcement.
I love it in true Nintendo style. If Bobby ran Nintendo, he would have 6 announcements before every actual announcement. And then actually maybe delay the announcement.
Just wait till Thursday.
Yeah, or Thursday. Prematurely launch his website. Bobby, your website's live. I don't know if you know that or not.
I did message him. I told him.
Oh, well.
He's like, I know.
He had a minute to figure it out. Maybe I should shut that down. Oh, does he know?
Yeah.
And he's cool with it?
I guess so.
All right, everybody should go check out.
Now these people know. So.
All right. There you go. I don't know what everybody's doing here. So you go check out NintendoGuru.com or Gurus. Is it Gurus?
It's the singular.
Okay.
No plural. No plural.
The single Nintendo Guru.
That's so meta.
Is it too soon? Sorry, Bobby. I love you, buddy. I had a baby just fall asleep on me, so I'm super rosy, even more than normal. He was just kind of he planted the top of his head just right here on my cheek, and then just kind of just maximizes. No, it wasn't a good position either. Usually he kind of gets kind of snuggly. He was just sideways and just kind of like that. There was no way of getting him up. And anyway,
I was doing bathroom yoga as we decided that we had to go from the C tier drawer locks to the S tier drawer locks, and I had to get stuff that I could drill in place because the kid walks in and he's like, ah! and then they break. So.
Lincoln is doing laps in the bathtub. He's walking back and he'll tap the wall, and then he'll walk back to the other one and tap the wall, but then he tries to do too much, and then he'll fall and slip. And as I'm saying this, dude 427 is correcting my math because I don't know how to do math. Yes, November babies were Valentine's because that's what 2 + 9 is 11, which is November. So
I like your
look at the bags, man. Look at these bags that I have.
Can I also say there's a lot of Nickelback chat going on.
Keep up the Nickelback chat. I'm into that. I like that.
Look at this photograph. Hey, you want to do some shout outs?
Yeah, my first shout out is to my neighbor Chad Kroger. He's from Alberta.
Sorry about Avril, man.
It's okay. Yeah, rest in peace, Avril. Wait, are you saying that she died? Because that was a rumor. I actually don't know if that's true or not.
She's she's been replaced by, we talked about this on Flexibles once, she's been replaced now in public appearances by a body double that looks just like her. I can't remember all this.
How did she get, that's basically the Elvis treatment where people would refuse to believe that he's gone?
Well, he's in Home Alone. Didn't you watch that scene? He's in Home Alone.
Fair enough. You know what? I stand corrected. Good point. Yeah, man. Yeah, we could start out with shoutouts. You want to start with the chat?
Geek outs.
Oh, geek outs. Oh my God, I was thinking of that the other day. I'm I haven't stupidly yelled geek out in a long time.
It is important to recognize the chat. It is vital.
It's vital. They're here. Everybody who was here and took off, they're like, you know what? They're taking too long to even get to the shoutouts. We got no chance for the topics.
They can't even intro the show.
Dude 427 is always first. I don't know how you managed to do it, man. In all of the streams. You beat me to every single one of them. Dude 427. Joseph, Mr. Badbit, please take a picture of your room. Tammi, Ryan. It is the middle of the night, Tammi. Are you maybe having a little drinky drink? Adam Leonard was here. I'm not sure. I think he said you guys have 5 minutes before my wife returns and we turn the Bachelor back on.
I show up, Adam Leonard gets out. That's how it works.
Shadow Plays was here as well. It said Sean is not mean. And I think that's the nicest thing is anybody said to me, at least today. So thank you, Shadow Plays. Warren is here, of course. Hi, Warren. Piper 32, Jeremy. Hi, man. And that is all. Thank you guys for stopping by, having your little dose of Nintendo. I think I might stream after this, Jason.
What are you gonna stream, Sean?
I might stream. I don't know. I want to finish Blossom Tales. I'm on the last little bit, but that's a whole other thing. Because we're still doing shout outs, my friend. Who do you got? I just did the chat. Who do you got?
I wanted to do, you touched on it, but I want to give a shout out to the community because we weren't here. They did not get their dose up if we ran Nintendo last week. and they didn't burn down the internet. They didn't DDoS our websites. They were understanding. They're like,
Thank
that's
you.
cool. We'll see you guys in 7 days.
Yep.
And it's, you know, we do this as a labor of love, but it's still cool because as creators, you feel terrible.
Yep.
When stuff like that happens, because you're like, you know, I want to give. I know people aren't gonna like freak out, but some people do look forward to these things every week, and you always want to deliver the goods, and then you feel like, oh, I'm a big jerk face. But it's always nice when people are understanding and supportive, and they're like, oh, it's cool, we gotcha. Although Joseph is now destroying everything. That son of a... I knew it. I knew it. Joseph!
Oh no! Joseph's hacking our mainframes. Leave our mainframes alone. They're sensitive.
My little baby brother got married last weekend. So
I heard a rumor about that.
What's that?
That he got married. There's a rumor going around that he was getting married.
Yeah, it's true. Yep, it's true. Yep. I got to pretend I was young again, and here's the thing. My word of advice, Sean. When you have a 1-year-old, don't don't stay up until like 12:30. Help clean it up afterwards, and then not get into bed till 1 o'clock, and then your baby wakes up at 6 o'clock next day.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
5 hours sleep is no good.
No.
Do you remember when you got like 2 hours sleep? Like when you'd have to like and you get up and then you have to feed him again. Like that's coming soon for me.
Yeah,
again,
I don't want that. I don't want that ever again.
No, it's no fun. Legit don't know how that's possible. But yeah, man, congratulations. That's very exciting. Yeah. It was good?
Yeah, it was a good time.
That's
tell you what, I am not, I'm old. I tell you what, he had some groomsmen, and they went at like 10 o'clock. They went hard, and they went hard all day.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're still alive.
10 o'clock in the morning they started going hard?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like,
oh wow.
Before we left the hotel to go to the ceremony, yeah, it was bad. It's bad.
How much younger can you say? How much younger are
26.
Yeah, that's pretty, like, that's prime time. Like, let's go. Yeah.
So, like, I believe the quote was his wife thought he was having a stroke. He was, like, that intoxicated at the reception.
Chelsea and I got drunk 3 times on our wedding day. Like, just, like, that perfect amount, and then we kind of, like, backed off a little bit, then we got drunk again, and we backed off a little bit.
But you guys were, like, on a cruise, right?
It was amazing, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I would, too.
That's the way to do it. Because it forces it to be small because nobody wants to travel for your wedding. Then you get to weed out all the friends who don't show up. Or at least don't RSVP, because, you know, like, that's the least that you could do. So, like, we came out kind of winners just at the end of it in so many different ways. I want to delay the topics as much as possible, Todd OXTRA.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat should tell us how they got married. Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm already at 2 times speed. How long is this taking? Seriously. I have shout outs still too, even the people in the chat. I also have did you know Jesse Armstrong had a birthday?
I did not know that.
Jesse Armstrong had a
Late birthday, Jesse Armstrong.
And we have a new executive producer, Mr. Steven Iafrate. And so high fives to you. And I want to do really, really quickly, because this is a little bit of a downer, but in IRL, I unfortunately had to go to a funeral today for a very good friend whose mom suddenly passed away. So I want to turn that into a shout out. I want to shout out to all the moms out there. Everybody should call your mom, tell her that you love her, because that really sucks. It was very sudden. They still don't really know what happens. But it was fun. There's a couple F-bombs dropped in the eulogy, which is like kind of the funniest thing that I've experienced at a funeral. Like probably top 5 funniest things at a funeral, for sure. So there's that. Everybody don't cry. It was it's about as fun as it can possibly get. There's good food, good coffee. So shout outs to moms. Turn that frown upside down.
That's a good shout out. I like it.
Yeah, everybody called Jason's mom. Everybody called Jason Lacey's mom.
Lord knows I don't do it enough. It's true.
Call your mother.
It's true. I know. I'm a jerk. I mean, Adam will. I mean, he'll tell you that.
Yeah. Should we shout out to Bobby? He did something. Bobby, that's your shout out.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how I felt about it.
Yeah. I mean, big deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
announcing all these shows that he's going to be doing or whatever. He's got Don't Call the Comeback. We're just going to keep doing this show, I guess, Bobby. We're just going to keep pretending like we ran Nintendo. That's it. That's all I got, Jason. Those are my shout-outs.
Those are good.
Those are my geek-outs.
Those are good shout-outs.
Yeah.
Those are good. I like them. I approve. Does that mean we'd do a little what you plan?
We can do a really quick, okay, go!
Sponsored by Flexibos.
Of course.
Somehow. Because of ways we don't know.
I'm a big lame-o. Can I tell you something? I have not picked
Sure.
up my Switch enough because I am preparing myself to be spending the next 3 months for
I'll pick mine up
Octopath.
right now.
Oh boy! But I will tell you this: I rearranged a bunch of stuff in my room, in my office here, because I wanted to fix my green screen and all that kind of stuff. And I had a moment because I had to move all the things. I had a moment where I had to unplug my Wii U, and it's sitting here, it's ready to be streamed, and I could have packed it away, but I didn't.
Ooh.
And so it's still right there. I still want to. I think one of these days I'm gonna fire up Super Mario Maker, and I think
wow.
I'd really like to do Tropical Freeze. I played the first couple levels, and I really want to play some Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
That's a fun game
on the Wii U.
It's a fun game.
The only other thing that I have to report, Jason, is I played Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo Classic Edition with Lincoln, and Lincoln learned how to die and pause the game. So far he's doing really, really well with Super Nintendo. I'm very proud of him. He can go to the right until he runs into a dude, and then or mostly what he did was just like make me miss my jumps. Because he was just like, he'd sit there and everything was fine, and then he's just like, now I want to play, and he would just like steal the controller and run off the edge. Cute as hell.
I love it.
Yeah, he can pause it like a son of a gun. How about you, man?
So I will refer to you as Gun from now on.
Oh no. Nope, I don't want any association with that. Oh, should I tell you did I tell you this joke already? My terrible joke. So Joseph is cringing right now. Joseph knows the thing. You heard about the whole the Disney thing? You know, Disney doesn't support the Second Amendment. Because they just got rid of their gun. They got rid of all their guns. James Gunn. Like guns, Second Amendment. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Too soon.
Bum, 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 bum.
Now we're getting political. Political on if we ran Nintendo.
From the Canadian. Oh, man.
From the Canadian. Not French Canadian. My bad.
I'm supposed to edit that part out.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah. As for myself, Octopath Traveler still, of course. I will be able to say that for the next shows.
Yep.
Forever.
You should pre-record something. Every time you get to like, I hit my tape recorder.
An Octopath Traveler. Yeah, just slow rolling that. It's a huge game. I'm just no rush. I'm having fun. I enjoy it, and it's good. It's a good game. It's a good game. And then I've played some new things. Not Nintendo related, unfortunately. Icon's Combat Arena, which is a platform fighter. It's the closest I can get to Smash right now because I have no way to play Smash. But it's made by some of the guys it's made by a team called Wave Dash Games, and I believe they are the ones who developed the Project M mod for Smash Brawl back in the day. I think at least the majority of the team is. So it's on Steam. It's a platform fighter, very much like older, not as fast as Melee, but all the same mechanics. It's going to look visually similar. Early access, so expect things, but it's fun. It's a good time. I enjoyed that. And then I was streaming that for a bit, and then somebody's like, "Yeah, you should play this game called Iron Sight. It's like free to play Call of Duty." And I was like, "Okay, I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time." So sure enough, it's a free to play PC shooter, very much heavily ripping off the old, like I would say, like Modern Warfare.
No way.
Like, oh, the Call of Duty I like. Yeah, it was super fun. I mean, it's just like Call of Duty. The snipers really make you angry. And I was like, yep, this is why I kind of stopped playing Call of Duty, because the little kiddies had to shoot me through walls and stuff with their hacksaws, and it's just no fun. But it was cool to time travel in a way.
Sweet,
go back to an era that I hadn't played in a long time, because I haven't played Call of Duty like that I enjoyed since probably like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
On the 360. So
we need a multiplayer game on Switch that isn't Splatoon, or maybe even Mario Kart. Like, is there anything that anybody's playing out there, and not Fortnite?
I was gonna say, like, everyone's gonna yell Fortnite. Oh
we
my
should
God,
play Fortnite. Yes, finally, we can play a game together. I don't know. I feel like the time has come for a new, like, bring us all together game. But maybe that game is Fortnite right now, and I'm just like, I'm kind of not necessarily avoiding it, but I'm not jumping into it as much as everybody else, because I just feel like I could play that game forever. So I'm really not rushing to it, I guess, which I just don't see like that game ever going away. So I don't need to like play it right now, you know what I mean? So it's I don't know, that Fortnite thing is a Mario Aces, Jeremy says in the chat. Oh, definitely Hotel Transylvania. We should be playing that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a Jams
I like-
Gams game, though. That's
Yeah.
for sure a Jams Gams.
I'm looking forward to Overcooked too next month. I think that's
yes!
gonna be.
Oh, good one. Yeah, that'll be nuts.
Because just the streaming options that are gonna be opened up for that, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Now that we finally get online multiplayer in a Overcooked game, because I have no friends in real life that can come play with me.
Same here. None of them came to the wedding, so I unfriended them.
Not even that jerk Lucas Rose. Jerk.
I know. He was invited. He didn't even RSVP.
Nope.
Big jerk face.
Yep. Shall we do? Is it Todd time?
Todd, I don't know what's going
Todd.
on. My internet connection. I apologize, guys, if anything's going on. If there's framiness, I've dropped 1.3% frames. My green bar is turning to red. Hopefully everything's okay. On the audio side, Chelsea. I tried to. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Todd, I'm sorry, man. We're gonna get in.
Topic number 1: if we ran Nintendo, how would we work with influencers to promote our brand?
Jason.
How would we do this?
Jason, here's this whole thing. I feel like this could either take us like 2 minutes or it could take us like a full episode of just like the one topic, because I actually can't believe we haven't really talked about this or even alluded to it at all. And maybe we've forgotten how bad Nintendo is with working with online personalities, and this week's thumbnail is specifically Nintendo Guru, because we still can't really stream stuff without getting the ban hammer down, the copyright hammer. Like,
so dumb.
You can't share Nintendo's stuff. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why I still like kind of gravitate towards either even PlayStation stuff or Xbox stuff to stream, because like I guess maybe it's more on YouTube that streaming stuff is not very good. And I also feel like there's not a lot of content creators who get kind of like that early access to Nintendo games.
Yeah, it's like a very short list, I feel like.
It is. And it's not to say that nobody does, but I do feel like the list is like so fine that it's not really doing them. You might as well like not even do it, I guess. So I guess I kind of wanted to kind of explore this from the perspective of like also a content creator, not that we're like, hey, Nintendo, we would give us stuff. That would be great. But I just feel like the time has come. Nintendo has changed enough over the last couple of years that they can kind of like loosen up on this.
Yeah, that was my main point. It's like, take off the chains.
Yeah.
Take off the chains, because you have so many people that wanted to share it, and for you, you're getting free advertising.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're getting free people that aren't on your payroll that are like, I love this game, and this is why. Let me show you all these things. And then people are like, I mean, this isn't the. I mean, for some people, yes, review scores and the big personalities in gaming is where people go to get their opinions finalized and make decisions. But so many people rather like, I'm going to watch this stream, or I trust this opinion of this person because they're like me.
Yeah.
That's how people like the word of mouth spreads, and that's how a lot of like that really increases sales and makes people like really teeter on an edge and make a purchase they weren't going to before. And I feel like that's something you should embrace, not like blacklist. Like I remember like what happened with it's almost like how YouTube is sometimes now, with how restrictive they are and how many hoops you have to jump through. But I mean, just like if we look at the life of Melee and how that's worked as a competitive game, and Nintendo's relationship with that scene and with like Evo and everything, it's just like, why are you doing this? It's like, why wouldn't you want this game to be one of the prominent games at this, one of the biggest fighting game tournament? Why did you make? Why no? Why?
Yeah.
It's
It's almost like the communities build themselves almost in spite or in like despite. I'm not sure which one, but I think you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Even like against all odds, communities are built up, even though Nintendo is not really, I feel like they're not doing enough to really cultivate those. And so I'll give you an example, and Joseph's going to be very happy about this, that I'm kind of distracted by the stream, maybe hopefully working, maybe not working. I think PlayStation has done in the past probably even a better job. I'm not sure if they're necessarily as good about it right now. So a very specific microcosm example is in the old podcast Beyond days, where they had like this crazy relationship with Sony, and then Shuhei Yoshida and Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty, where like they were just like on the show. Like they would like call them up, and they had this crazy like almost like a friendship relationship, where with Nintendo I feel like everything is always like a few arms lengths away. You know what I mean? I feel like am I cutting out for you as well?
A little bit there, but now it's okay. I think we're good now.
What is happening?
We can write the ship. We can rock through it.
No? Joke almost of like how close they were with some like big wigs in Sony, right? Like, but you don't have like a Nintendo guru who could like call up like Bill Trinan or Reggie. Not necessarily that has to be like Reggie, but somebody who kind of is this, or Damon Baker would be amazing for that.
We have like, it's all very much like in separate pockets that they keep, like they have their Nintendo staffers that they have showing things, but like it's almost like to the point of like, you know, like the Nintendo Power podcasts, you know, let's take that example. Yeah, they do some great things and have some great people on there, but the product isn't nearly as good as what their fan base is putting out and creating. But yeah, to go back to what you actually asked, yeah, there's nothing like that. We don't have like a hand-in-hand relationship with any, like, it's not like there's the go-to, there's not like a go-to Nintendo creator out there that has this great relationship, that at least that we know of, and then that does all these things and is supported by them.
Well, and that's the thing, it's mutually beneficial. Like Nintendo can help people like become stars who then kind of like are able to, I don't know, promote their stuff. Like they're just completely missing like the relationship between like them and gamers, I think, in that way, in the way of like content creators being a gamer that has other people watch their stuff. It's very strange that they don't have, and of anybody, like I was talking to Bobby about this, and it's sort of like a Nintendo talk. Like you have people who have Nintendo in their names. You have people who get tattoos of Nintendo and like their characters. Like how, and maybe that's why they don't really do it, is because people do it anyways. So why put in the extra energy? It's only going to cost them money and effort and energy to do it.
Yeah, it's just like, are you afraid that people are going to like? Well, I mean, what are people going to do? I guess, you know, like what's the negative side? Because if people are going to talk, if you don't want people to talk bad about your brands or show things in a negative light, that's going to happen whether, you know, you want to or not. But like just the whole, like I remember when hearing the details, and I've heard Bobby talk about too, but when he had to be the Nintendo Creators Program and how just convoluted and messy that was. And it's like, you know, it's not even so much about the money thing. I mean, that's a huge part too, how they would have to take a cut of any of the ad revenue or things of that nature. But it's just like being so stringent and being so difficult. I mean, is this going back to that whole space of what we said? Like Nintendo's notoriously always been behind the times in terms of just the online experience and how they've run that. And is this just another example of something else they're just behind the times on? Because the competitors out there have embraced this side of things, have pushed this side of things, and now Nintendo's maybe slowly coming around to it, you know, and maybe how many years down the road is this we're going to see improvements there? But it just like you said, it's very much, it seems like it could be a win-win. You form the right partner. It's not, I'm not saying you go out there and it's, hey, PewDiePie, you're a great person to represent Nintendo. You've never done anything.
See, that's the fear though. That's why they won't. Yeah. That's why they won't do it. Is who knows? It's like any celebrity endorsement. Like you could go have somebody be on your commercials, and then all of a sudden they like maybe they said something 10 years ago that is going to be deplorable, is going to pop up on Twitter, and you don't want it to be like, that's definitely a reason for it. Like I think part of this conversation maybe it's like a leading topic of like, how would we work with influencers? But maybe the question is like, should we? And it's almost like you kind of put yourselves in their shoes. Like maybe there are more downsides to doing that than we realize right off the start, especially as gamers, and particularly in our shoes for content creators. We're like, well, yeah, no brainer. Definitely work with people, give them the free stuff, make the relationships happen, like become more personable. But there is like this mystique of like this mysterious Nintendo, like that has a certain identity. Like when you think of Nintendo, that's part of their identity, that they're hard to work with, that only the fortunate. It's like the last form of the seal of quality that exists that you have to be in that like kind of top tier, that it's not just anybody who gets the stuff. But I don't know, man. I do feel like now that Nintendo is in a good place, it's easy for them to go, we won't put out the effort to support the content creators. But like, this all started in the Wii U era when nothing was going well, and that could have easily been a way that could have maybe made it a little easier to get out of all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could we could implement our own, another branch of the company that's the whole charge of that is to outreach and to cultivate and to form those relationships and maintain that side of the business, to keep, not so much keep tabs, but to have a dialogue always open with these preferred creators or whatever we would have. And I mean, like Sean, we could just go work, we can just go out to Redmond, we can just take it over, we'll head up the division, we'll get paid fat money, retire, and then you're just gonna fly up to Vancouver, fly up to the island and you build your house.
That'd be nice. I make your big American money, and then I take it back up to Canada, and then I just the conversion rate works well for me right now, guys. Yeah, don't cry for us with our $80 games. Wait,
see, again, win-win.
Yeah, true enough.
That's the theme of this topic. It's a win-win.
I'm very curious, especially for everybody. There's a lot of people listening and who make podcasts. I'm very curious what you guys think. What should people do? What should Nintendo do to work maybe better, or are they correct right now with their current path? I think if I were to close this out, I think that Nintendo would stand to benefit from just a little bit of a friendlier approach, that they don't have to be quite so standoffish with people wanting to share their games in the form of streaming or Let's Plays. That would be a very good first step. And it's like many things with Nintendo, they don't have to do a whole lot to impress people. Like the online service has got to do just a little bit. It just has to work. We're not expecting like trophies. Gabe Hills, where's Bobby? Bobby's I don't know where Bobby is. He's not back here. I'm sorry, Gabe Hills.
He's in bed.
Yeah, he's definitely in bed. It is very late for him. So yes, a little less standoffish. You know what I mean? Just a little cozier, if I might.
Less heavy hand, more open hand.
And not for a slap in the face.
That's right.
Gabe Hills says he feels bamboozled. I take no responsibility for that. Bobby's doing his own thing. Only God knows what he's up to. This is happening every Monday, no matter what. We don't know what Bobby's doing.
That's right. No way of knowing.
At least he says we're good enough.
That's the story of my life. Good enough.
Fair.
Topic number 2 was sent to us by a dear listener. If we were at Nintendo, what would you do with Smash Online? Would you model it after Splatoon with ranked and league modes, or would you have competition similar to Splatfests, or maybe model it after something else?
I think I would probably my first thoughts when I saw this was I want to do something else, because I feel like the Splatfest thing is already starting to dry up a little bit. And I feel like think JoeySplats might have been, which is funny that's JoeySplats talking about Splatfest, was kind of bringing this up in the Discord, that it just doesn't seem to have, like, they've really rinsed and repeated the Splatfest model. We haven't really seen, like, for me personally, it used to bring me back in big time. And I think it's maybe a combination of the topics or the votes, the size that you're going to choose are less interesting, arguably. I think they probably lost a lot of people with that whole Ninja Turtle thing, which is obviously the opposite that they wanted. They want to kind of like combine the worlds, and it was obviously a cross-promotional type of thing. But yeah, Dude427 is bringing up something in the chat here that a lot of people were talking about, where like let you keep the shirt with Splatoon.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, well, we'll go back and listen to fixing Splatfest.
Fixing Splat. I mean, right. Yes, that would be so we can jump off from that and then go. No, I wouldn't want to do too close to what Splatfest is doing. But honestly, like, what if? Okay, so speaking of Fortnite, like, I feel like Fortnite it's almost overhyped at this point, and it's almost like as soon as somebody mentions the word Fortnite now, you're like, oh, everybody talk about this game. I'm gonna shut my brain off.
Smash Bros. Royale. I knew it.
Well, they should. Yeah, definitely. Actually, that would be kind of amazing. 100 characters just like pew pew pew, and you get the hammer, and you just get like 20 people just go flying. That would be amazing.
100 characters on Final Destination. Have fun.
Battle Royale is obviously the answer. That's the first. If we were at Nintendo, every topic should have been like we should have done the last topic. How do we work with influencers? Number 1, Battle Royale. Number 2,
Smash crates.
So I'll back to Fortnite. I feel like the one thing that is totally overlooked is actually how they have landed on a new model that works and doesn't upset people, that people like genuinely get excited about. They've landed on this perfect cadence of new content, and the seasons actually matter and they make a difference. Imagine if Smash had like a world or like a lore. Like, especially because it is like this, it is sort of like a Nintendo land that all these characters sort of exist in. And even if it's just like air thin, but just something for them to kind of like give you an excuse that you have to play from, say, today, like August until September or October or whatever. And then you kind of like wipe the slate clean, where we have new things to earn and build up towards. I genuinely think like Dude 427 is kind of saying like, just like Overwatch, or he's saying is Fortnite's maybe talked a little bit too much. But I feel like Overwatch and Fortnite have that in common, that they have these seasons. That's kind of what I would want from Smash, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see something like I could go on for what I would want to see on the competitive side, and I think that's a lot more cookie cutter. Like, you know, you would want what specific modes and things of that nature. But I think with going on for a more overall online experience, I think I'd like to see something somewhat similar to like what they've done with ARMS, with that whole the party crash thing, where you have like the 2 characters that you get to pick from somebody to force people to play outside of their box and not use the same, you know, their same mains all the time, but you know, have 2 characters face, and you have, you know, whoever wins the more matches gets this percentage. But I think something
I like the other thing about ARMS that nobody talks about still, because nobody plays ARMS anymore, is that lobby that they've got is amazing. Like, if you've got like a party of a few people and you're kind of like, it kind of shuffles you around and stuff, that would be incredible in Smash. That would actually be even better.
Something like that, and mix it up, keep players. Like, what if you had, like, instead of, you know, how you fought, what the heck was the boss's name?
Goro.
Something.
Definitely Goro.
Fighting Goro, like, you'd have like a co-op mode where you're fighting Master Hands.
Yeah.
Or, you know, something of that nature, or I mean, I come online as a final boss, and everyone has to fight me. I mean,
no. Definitely, it's Jason Lacey me.
It's just fight
whipping
Jason
his
Lacey.
beard around everybody.
I don't, because you want things. You want to have accessibility. You know, you want to have somebody get people excited to play, but you want to have a purpose to play. I mean, I would like just to have a Honda Civic in the middle of the map, and you just gotta beat it up.
Hit it.
Smash the Honda. You know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that car it was in that game.
I think I pictured a Honda Civic for sure, like Toyota Corolla maybe.
Ooh, there you go.
I like when it starts blocking you. You've beat it up too much, so the car starts blocking. And it does no damage. Like, what?
I do like that. Yeah, I do like that idea of the mix up the lobbies, because, you know, just having a static lobby where your name is, that's not fun. But like the way ARMS, it was animated, it felt alive, it was lively, it had a spirit to it. It had some whimsy, you know, to it, and that was fun. I mean, I think you can make the argument for what ARMS maybe not was final product, that the presentation of it was really good.
That's what I was going to jump on and this will never happen, so this is why we get to do this show instead. Is like, I would love for there to be almost like a sports presentation, like it would be almost over the top. Of like, here, like it has to be in some sort of like tournament mode of like weeding people out, or like you earning points when you win so many matches, and then whenever, like, it just sort of has like this dynamic presentation so that you start a match and like it kind of creates drama for you. I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah.
But like, I always want that in my sports games, to be honest. Like, I'm always very disappointed when you get into like, especially NHL, because I'm Canadian, and it's like game 7, and that's the last game, guys. It's do or die, and it's just like, it may as well just be another match. And I feel like that exists in most competitive games, where the game doesn't really do a great job of conveying the drama. And I would love that in Smash, especially in a tournament mode. Is there anything, because you've run a lot of tournaments in various different sports online. Is there anything that like you guys would have added on? Like, there's a lot of meta that you add on top of things that you'd like maybe to see in Smash.
I think you want a really, I don't know if I want to say robust, but at least an accessible like TV mode where you can easily watch, like,
good
if
point.
your friends are playing, you can drop in and watch the matches your friends are playing, or even like if they have, let's say if they have an online rating system, you could easily watch like top ranked players. I think that'd be kind of a cool feature to have in there. Like, we'll call it Smash TV. That's never been used ever on any property before, right? That copyright's out there and available, I'm sure. And I think it needs to have something built in that works. And, you know, like like what we saw with Splatoon, the original game. You know, we had the game, and then we did get a lot of this other functionality how far down the road. And what I've seen people complain about in Mario Tennis is like you can't make, what is it? I think there's problems like you can't make a custom tournament, or there's weird things with private lobbies and something. So you don't want that with Smash. You know, you want, when you make a private lobby, you want a bunch of options to be able to do. You should be able to make a custom tournament right out the gate, because I think it was Smash Wii U. We didn't get that. That came in an update.
Yep.
How many months down the road? So that stuff needs to be right available at launch, because you want to like. It's tough because there's a lot of Smash is a big monster here, because you got all the people that are like, oh, I got to get good and I got to be the best and I got to pwn everyone, and then you've got people like, I just want to play the game, you know, I don't care, I just want to play the game and have fun. And you got to make sure that those two people are kept as far apart, because the one experience is going to totally ruin the experience of the other players, you know.
So is there like a ranked mode, like a ladder that you can kind of like? Is that a different segment that you do for random matchmaking? Was there random matchmaking in the Wii U version? Can you just like go online and just be like match up with like if you want to play 8 players?
Yeah, because you had we couldn't do 8 players because that was limited to offline only.
No, I want that online. That's ridiculous.
You had the for fun mode, which you just played. You could be matched up with anyone, and you could play with a friend. You could like bring a friend online with you. You do split screen and play. Well, not split screen, but you could have a local player play online with you as well, and you play in all the modes, the items, and all that. And then you had For Glory, which was the try hard mode. And I don't think it really ranked you at all. You could be matched up with anyone that was, you know, that you got hit with, but I mean, it would track your win percentage, and you could, you know, look at stats like that. So that's the thing, is like when you look at, you know, a term that's used, what is MMR, or I don't know what's another calculation.
Is that like when somebody whispers in your ear?
Yes.
Yeah.
The whispering eye.
MMR.
You know, you'd have to have something to try to track player skill, which I mean, how do you, what do you do? I mean, do you look at, you just some algorithm that tracks win percentage combined with,
I feel like fighting games
stocks.
do that really well, actually.
Yeah.
Like Killer Instinct calls me a button masher, and it is 1,000% right. Like it knows if I know what I'm doing. I feel like fighting games for sure are sort of like built to know that, like, are you doing moves? Are you actually defending? True. So that's actually cool.
Like you probably the win percentage combined with, you know, damage given versus damage taken versus probably stock ratio as well. I think that all those could be factored in to kind of give a skill rating for players, and then you can, you know, move up and, you know, clump player. I don't know, like, would you do like, I think seasons, if you did like a ladder or a league play, a ranked play, you'd have like seasons with it, and you could get a ranking at the end of the season and maybe unlock. Would be really nice if you had some like cool skins they'd make unique for the online experience that you could somehow unlock like that. But now I'm getting a little too out there.
No, I like that. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is the whole like, oh my god, wouldn't it be amazing if they did? Oh,
I only had to get him talking about Smash for 20 minutes for him to come up with a decent idea.
No, that's the whole thing. I'm like, okay, there's definitely gonna be something here, but like, I feel like, so the one thing that I don't love about Splatoon, we sort of touched on this just a little bit, but like there's so many of us. I feel like there's, again, in spite of Nintendo's efforts to really not make communities happen, but giant communities revolve around the world of Nintendo. I think that Fortnite also proves the fact that a lot of people want to play this all at the same. They want to play the same game all at the same time. Smash is a game that, whether it's 4 people or 8 people, you should be able to have like a room or a lobby of like 50 people, and they're all maybe just shuffled into their different rooms. And I feel like that is like, and then all the games are timed, so it all like starts and stops at the same time. And then when it's all done, you have like this different like scoring that happens of like people who got in first, they get certain points, and you see like you can almost see like the chart of people kind of like what happened in that match. Like, oh, Bobby lost because he sucks at Smash, and Jams is really good, and Chibi's really good, and all these other people are like they kind of go up there, and it becomes like more competitive. So then
can the chart that scores the winner, can it be from the wizard? It can be that little guy with a sword and shield that runs along the line.
Yes, exactly. He got the and you get the warp whistle and just like this totally made up and then we all get to go to California for some reason. California, go to the dinosaur. That movie made no sense.
Just a big commercial.
That movie made absolutely no sense, man.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
The thing is, like, you kind of joked about skins, but I feel like out of any game, I would want those skins more than anything. Everybody, like you say, has got their mains. They got like all these different things. I would want that. I don't know. Is there any amiibo connectivity? Is there anything
I've heard people like I've seen some of that on our Discord. Shameless plug. Check out the Make Us Better Discord. It's very hopping. It's a good time.
That's what the kids
people
say.
talk about what
Very
they
hopping.
want to see with their amiibo functionality connectivity. Like would it be? I've heard some people toss around ideas about give you instant access to that character instead of you had to unlock and you just scan the amiibo, boom, you've got that character. I don't know. We know it's going to do something. I barely used the amiibo in Smash. I didn't really ever bring them or do any of that. So they
didn't sell it very well either.
Yeah,
like,
I'd have to guess that's going to be a thing still.
Yeah,
but maybe like I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have a amiibo specific mode somehow that's used for something. I don't know, because here's the problem with the amiibo. Not everyone can get them. I mean,
fair enough.
Especially the Smash line. How many people probably don't have this like the Smash figures they would want?
The only answer is to put Tom Nook in this game, because you can get all the Animal Crossing amiibo you want. Those things, they're just giving those things away. It's gonna be fine. But what about like so we talked a little bit about competitiveness, and maybe there's an aspect of this still sort of like bridges the gap of competitive and co-op. Like it would be amazing if we could have like a team. This is maybe a little bit more esports stuff, but like as a team we could go play other people and get matched up in
crew battles.
Yeah, that's probably a thing that exists somewhere else. Exactly.
Yeah,
crew battles. That's what I meant to say.
But they had team, but like crew battles or something that I just know from the competitive scene where you get paired up and each crew member has a certain number of stocks, and if you keep winning, like let's say like you and I were fighting, I take your 3 stocks, you took only 1 of mine, I'd have those 2 stocks and I play the next man up and I keep going until they take my stocks, and then the last team remaining wins. And that's kind of a cool, kind of like a waterfall down through the roster.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be a cool like way to bring that into the online space. Or
the other thing that I think about is how much fun we have, or maybe past tense had, with the Mario Golf. And I feel like the reason that it works so well is because we could all put in our round at a certain time. Like it would be cool for us all to build a team and work up towards something together, maybe, or like maybe we it's a tournament against like AI opponents, or maybe amiibo opponents that we've all trained up or something like that, where you put in your time, like let's see your Smash run kind of thing. And sort of have kind of compete against each other, like different modes. I think because we're all kind of thinking like the main kind of Smash mode, but like there's so many different ways to play.
Yeah,
Smash.
like stuff they always do with like the targets and the home run derby and all those off the wall modes that we always see. And
like, how is that not a thing? To just sort of like do a leaderboard with all that stuff. This is, if we ran Nintendo, my God, possibilities are endless. I don't care that everybody's back. I want more modes. I want Smash Online. I want Smash Online to be a thing, because I really do. I want this to be something that brings us all together. Is really like ultimately what I want, is for everybody in the Make Us Better community and whatever. Like, because Splatoon did that, and Mario Kart did that.
Yeah, that was so fun.
And
like, I still think about that. First week of Splatoon was probably still some of the best fun I had on the Switch.
But when the game does come out, Jason, we'll probably have to do this all over again for like changing everything. Like it's gonna come out, it's gonna have
wrong.
This is all terrible. It sucks. We got to make it better.
This is what I'm planning to play like the rest of my life. What am I gonna do if it's not good?
Yeah, exactly. This is my Desert Island game, man. You guys gotta hit it out of the park.
Much like I made Bobby quit quit ARMS. I need to make people quit Smash, and that's how can I do that? If I
Man,
just
no
don't
kidding.
enjoy it.
You're not kidding. You made me quit ARMS too. You and Hoshue Ponce. Just
Shout out
no
to
chance. Hoshue.
Hoshue.
That's all I got, man.
We got some building blocks there. You know, I think we're just gonna put them out there and say, hey, if you need to use them, I mean, feel free. I mean, I think I think they got them covered maybe, but I think if they want to really study them a little bit,
They should probably listen to us.
Yeah, Sakurai, this one's free. I mean,
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome, buddy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How do we do, Todd? How do we do?
Todd, I think we did okay, man.
I fake watch. Fake watch.
Yeah, man.
Is that our show? Is that gonna do it?
I think we did it. I think we did the entire.
Did we just do an episode of If We Ran Nintendo?
I think we did. I think we also
For
have
72
a topic, maybe from Brendan Myers. Did we already do this one? Oh, maybe we'll do Mario Maker next week.
You were proposing a 3-topic episode? That's
no, next week. Next week. No, not at all.
Oh.
I'm just looking at our idea bank, and I wanted to let Brendan know that I've got his proposal tracked. It's in the doc. So maybe next week we'll talk a little bit about Mario Maker. But also always looking for people's topics if you guys like, because God knows if you leave it to us for too long, it's just gonna go big time downhill.
That's right.
So let us know.
We would love for you to propose a topic, especially if you're an awesome Patreon member of the Make Us Better Patreon community. That'd be fabulous.
That'd be cool.
Check out details at patreon.com/makeusbetter if you would like to find out more. And you can follow the show while you're at it. It's on Twitter at If We Ran Nintendo. You can follow me, JW Lacey. He's like Sean, like Connery, Capri, like the pants. You know, the show's already everywhere, so you should probably subscribe, tell your friends, have them subscribe, then have them tell their friends, and then maybe even give us a rating on like iTunes, because that's cool. And
5
here,
stars.
I'm going to ask you to double duty, because a lot of you listeners are probably in the States, like myself. You can rate it on the United States store, but if you go down to the very bottom right of your iTunes thing, very, very bottom right, there's a little American flag, and you can click on that, and you can switch your region to Canada, and then you can go give it a rating in the Canadian iTunes store.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Can
Can
they're
I?
all separate?
Does that
It's
mean
so
I can
weird.
read the reviews now too?
Yeah, you should be. I can teach you, Sean.
Oh, teach me the ways. Oh man, this changes everything. Oh, we'll have to start reading it. Mind you, why haven't we been reading the reviews this entire time? You can get the American stuff. I can get like where there are actually reviews. Like nobody in Canada listens.
It's like a
to the
match
show.
made in heaven. What can I say?
Holy crap! I can't believe we just. If we ran Nintendo, we might actually be able to.
Sorry, Todd. That's
Do
going to
something.
push down the start time to topics.
Yep, we gotta have a new segment.
Yep. Thank you, reviewers. Thank you, reviewers. Sean, do you do some other stuff out there on the internet people might like to check out?
Please check out the Xbox Drive. It is so much fun. Bah! I order a sausage and egg McMuffin that I realize after ordering it that I can't eat it because I'm driving to work recording a podcast. It's so ridiculous. I also do We the Gamer Cast today, this morning. Mario Piacqua, damn it. I just about went for it. I can't. Oh, sorry, Mario Not Bros. Mario was amazing and amazing, and I can't say his name to save my life, and it's worse the more I ramble on, so I'm sorry, Mario. But guys, please check out that episode. It was so much fun. And a lot of exciting stuff, maybe even coming to the show. Who knows? I have no idea what's going on.
We don't know. We're speculating here purely.
Yeah, if we ran
Nintendo,
yeah,
we would
probably know.
Excited to do things. Yeah, but maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. And I do other things. You can check
Yes.
it out some other where. There are places you can find them.
Flex
I trust
to pose.
you. Yeah,
Do
that's
it.
the thing.
Tomorrow night.
Do it.
Live at youtube.com/yeah! Flexposed.
Sean, who's in our credits tonight?
Oh, it is Jams Gams. And he is going to smell.
That James Johnson, he's a rascal.
That guy.
I tell you what.
I like him a lot. He was also on We the Gamer Cast last week. I'll just go ahead and say it. He's a sweetheart. So the credits, if we're just going to, let's roll right into it. Hi, Luke Lore, coming in at the very end. Just in time to check out an unboxing that I think that I censored. If not, there may be a couple F-bombs at the start, but I'm pretty sure I did this, but it was a long time ago because we skipped last week. So possibly a not safe for work credits. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
What do I press? Do I press this thing? There.
Hello everyone, I am Jams, and this is Octopath Traveler Wayfarer's Edition, and I'm gonna open it. The thing I like about this already I don't have enough energy. What's up, guys? Octopath Traveler just came out today, and I'm going... What's up, guys? Octopath Traveler finally came out today, and I got the Wayfarers edition. I want to open it up because, I want to, I guess. What I like about the box already is that, it's surrounded by plastic. Games like, you know, Skyward Sword, you know, have the cardboard, and when you try to take the tape off, it just fucks up the box. And I don't even want to show anyone my Skyward Sword Zelda because look at that. It sucks. Okay, look. So this looks cool. So this is a book. Evidently, immediately what I recognize is the smell. The smell doesn't. It's really not smelling good. It smells like celery, which, I mean, I guess celery smells good, right? Okay, so here's the pop-up book that I'm really interested in, and I'll probably do close-up shots of these post. We got, oh, this is nice. It's a forest. It's a forest, and there's stuff.